All right. Welcome once again to the beatzillapdx official show. This is a beatzillapdx official news break. And, if you could, as you're coming into this broadcast, please like and share. Please like and share. This video will not be all that long at all. But, I, my wife stumbled up on something. And this person that you're seeing on the screen, for those who are on Instagram, you guys might know a channel called We Buy Black. They've been on Instagram for years. Always basically been in this space of We Buy Black, so promoting blackness. Well, here as of recently, I guess maybe somewhere after the election, the channel or the page on Instagram has now taken on a new name and has now taken a new position. Instead of just promoting Black businesses, they are now chiming in on political stances. In this particular political stance, this individual is taking the position that Black folks that have cut their family members off because they did not vote for the cosplaying chameleon, the faux Black woman Kamala Harris, you are doing the right thing because you were standing on business. And I gotta say, this woman is dead wrong, just like everybody else who's advocated for that. And here's one thing for me. I'm gonna play this lady's clip. And for what I just want you guys to just take it all in. Look at what you're seeing on this screen and just take a guess on what type of accent she's about to start speaking with. Now, if you look at her, there is clearly some things about her face that tell you she likely is African. I can pretty firmly say she definitely does not look foundational Black American. There's just certain things missing. I think some of us would know what to look for. And she does not possess those things just within her whole facial structure. So, with that being said, I want to play you what she says, and then I'll come back with my commentary before we get out of here. Here you go.
And another thing, to those of you saying, I can't believe you all are ending friendships, relationships, and even marriages over an election, honey, please. I come from a long line of ancestors that stood on business. My mama didn't speak to my uncle for at least 12 years because he reneged at a game of spades back in '88. Cost her $3. So you know I'm standing on business right now. You are costing people rights. People will be deported. The education system will be gone. And you are acting like, oh, I didn't do anything wrong. Honey, you weren't paying attention to your partners at the table. You weren't paying attention to the cards that were being played. You weren't paying attention to the cards in your own hand. And you're wondering why we're upset. Go on somewhere with that, okay? You have really set us back, and you all are not getting that. And that's okay, because we have gotten up from the table. We're not playing with you no more. We're going to the house.
So now it's Naspora. I'm assuming that must mean like Nollywood or Nigerian. Okay, baby. Oh, the fake Southern accent just be killing me. But this is also another trick that they try to do to tether in because, a lot of us have country roots. So, but let me tell you something. I don't know where she's supposed to be from. My wife's from Texas. My grandmother was from the backwoods of Arkansas. And I grew up around a bunch of old country women. No one sounded like this woman. Now, granted, she might be like, well, I'm Southern, not country. Oh, that would be kind of problematic too. But even if that's what she was sticking with, um, She mixed in something there. So that whole card game is almost like this woman took you from a trip through the South, made a real quick pit stop in Chicago, and then tried to drive it on home to the rest of Black America. Lady, people's rights will be taken away. People will be deported. If the second thing you're mentioning about Kamala Harris not being elected is deportation and people's rights, I'm assuming you're talking about abortion. Because you most definitely aren't talking about Black people, because if you were electing Kamala Harris about a Black agenda.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No.
And there, right there, ladies and gentlemen, is Kamala Harris's Black agenda. And it's funny. Right now, you have all of these people, and it's almost like they're delusional or just simply in denial. 90 plus million people stayed home, not picking a side. Then 80 million voted for her opponent. She lost every swing state. She didn't flip a single county. She had a terrible candidacy, and the administration of her and Joe Biden has been absolutely abysmal. So to say that you're not paying attention to your partners, no. And especially, let me say this for you Black folks, because here's the thing that they're aware of. A lot of Black anchor babies and tethers voted for Kamala Harris, but they're also noticing their dip in Black numbers, and that specifically is coming from us, foundational Black American freedmen that sit up here and watch these tethers like Stacey Plaskett get up there, and all of a sudden they could find their voice on the floor to advocate for their people. And something that I heard in an interview with Joy Reid interviewing Stacey Plaskett about what she did. She said she checked with Hakeem Jeffries before she actually went on the floor and said that. You know what he told her? Do it. Get out there and speak for your people. We have a congressional Black caucus. We've had all of these Black politicians. You had a fake Black vice president running as a Black woman who absolutely was nasty to Black people during her campaign. All of the Black people that worked for her when she first went into office left because she was so nasty to them. And then with the money that they spent on her campaign, she wouldn't even give these folks no money. One thing that we do find funny, though, is she hooked up that little nut. How? Roland Martin, can you answer me this one question, buddy? How is Too Loud and Too Wrong getting $1.5 million more than you? You got Black Star Network, beep, 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 beep. And this screaming, cussing, poked out maniac got over almost $2 million, and you got 500,000. How on earth did you allow that to happen, player? That one right there is one for the books. Roland Martin, even Al Sharpton, literally, Too Loud, Too Wrong got paid more than both of y'all. Just put that in perspective. This guy who does ranting, sassy, loud cussing videos in his car. That dude got more money than you because they believe he was a stronger influence in some reality. Actually, that's probably true. He is more of an influence than you, Roland Martin. He is more of an influence, most definitely, than Al Sharpton. However, he still is not that effective. He's one of those that has me blocked. I've been blocked by him years ago because we knew what it was. And now the proof is out. It's when you have to see, you can only hide you taking money for so long. So when you saying we not paying attention to our partner, oh no, we paid attention very well to our partners, and they've been betraying us all along. taking money to give us lies, give us bad candidates, and then tell us that somehow people getting deported is an issue of ours. It is not. And then Stacey Plaskett gets encouraged by the voice of the Congressional Black Caucus to speak for her people. I would have to ask, why is it that none of them speak for their people when it's us? So again, sister, I have to say, they gonna go for they people, we're gonna go for ours. Because again, they left us out the conversation. If Stacey Plaskett can get on the floor and simply make a statement, and it's a viral statement, it's making viral news. And here's one thing Stacey Plaskett is trying to do. Just like this woman here, they're trying to tether their way into Black American accomplishment and then tether the Caribbean to it. And we absolutely have to fight against that. If they're not going to open their mouth for us foundational Black Americans, then why would you be trying to use our energy and our movement to start doing things for people on another land? Well, they're colonies. Of course they are, because that's what these people do. These people have done nothing but going around colonizing the earth. And then say, well, we don't have this right to vote, and they feel this and they feel that, and it's steeped in racism. Hey, you guys, Puerto Rico, the Polynesian Islands, and all of you Caribbeans that are owned by America, stop being victims. Stop talking like victims. You're not victims. You have the ability to be an American citizen. Isn't that enough? Isn't being called an American enough? No, it's not, because now you're saying, oh, but it's racism, and us not having a vote on the floor is steeped in racism. And then after caping for the Caribbean, she brings it home to, and all of these Black folks in Washington, D.C., who don't get a chance to have their voices heard either. No, 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 ma'am. No, 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 no. The voices in D.C., those are, and think about it. We're talking about Washington, D.C. Some of these families that still live out in Virginia and Maryland and D.C. areas, these people have been there since they've been free. What interest do they have into laying down for immigration's sake? And one thing I heard, and I'm glad this administration is coming in, another refreshing thing that's happening. No more weasel words. And the weasel talk of, oh, we can't call them illegals because nobody's illegal. This dude got up there and said illegal aliens about 25 times this morning. Props to him. I'm glad people are calling things what they are again, and that is a good thing. And so we have to also call this what this is. This is the now the new tactic of trying, because and Pete Umar's move as well, with the whole Ghana thing. That y'all seeing this weird, oh man, let's get together and this and that. No, 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 no. And last but not least, the notion of cutting off family members is the policy and notion of division. So if you want someone to stand with you, how can you want someone to stand? And it's only stand with you for what you want. And if you don't get what you want, then you now turn into an instant advocate for division. Realistically, in all honesty, the division is rooted and steeped in tether philosophy. That doesn't come from us. That comes from tethers. And so when you're going to do the tetheristic thing like she did with the whole country accent here, they've had to change their name. Let's not forget that part. They changed their name from We Buy Black, so you are already tethering. And now that, oh, people's status here might start getting a little funky. Now it's okay because, my family stood on business. That's cap. It cost her $3. And she ain't talked to him for all of these years. And you're up here on camera posing yourself off as sane. It makes sense that your mother hasn't talked to her brother in years over a card game. That's not standing on business. That's being an idiot. And ruin your family over your own stupid selfishness. There's nothing more, nothing less to that. That's just being selfish and silly and petty. That's not standing on business. That's not a principle. I didn't get my way. That's arrested development because you sound like spoiled children. And politics is not children's sport. And maybe that's why Black folks are having such a hard time with this loss with Kamala Harris. Now, with this lady on the screen, I could say her issue is probably that some of her people, if not her too, might be in jeopardy of getting put on that plane. So that might be more of her issue. And they see the thing that a tether now has to do is talk around it. So if y'all see what I do when tethers start popping off around, I see it. What's my first question? And it literally will shut down the whole argument. Because my question is simply this: who here in this thread can be deported? You're not finna come here and talk to us with no disrespect. No one tolerates that. And here's the clearest thing to let you know we ain't the same. By show of hands, who can be deported? And I seen somebody, I think maybe that might have been that chump Greg Carr, say that, people that say that they in for a rude awakening. No, we're not. We are the ones sitting up here explaining why we have this position. All y'all could do is cape for a bunch of politicians that ain't ever done shit. And we got Stacey Plaskett from the Virgin Islands have enough stones, more so than anybody. See, Jim Clyburn didn't tell her, don't go up there slogan. Don't be slogan. Don't be slogan on that. Slogan on your paper clip. But she just went out there and advocated for Puerto Ricans like it wasn't nothing. Funny how she also did that, though. She from the Virgin Islands, but she up there caping for Puerto Rico. Shout out Fat Joe. See, if y'all ain't pay attention, the Caribbean and Puerto Rico, and all of a sudden, fight for your people, speak for your people. Right. Hip hop was created 50-50. If y'all don't understand, that's why we gatekeep our culture, because this tether business is for real. And it's been funded. It's been very well funded. And now that they are seeing intersectionality and feminism take a huge hit with Kamala Harris not winning, and with the realization that in a few months, you ain't going to hear too much about men walking into women's restrooms. All of that, oh, we got it, people fighting over bathrooms. Here's a simple way to not have a problem. Either go at home or go to a undesignated bathroom. But if a father sees you going into a bathroom after his daughter, I think it would be well within anyone's rights to applaud that man for dragging you out of that bathroom. Me, myself, I don't see anything wrong with it because that father has every right to protect his daughter from a grown man weirdo wearing a dress. Your belief of yourself does not have trumped that little girl's safety. And if her father sees fit that she and sees and feels she's in harm's way and in danger, well, as a responsible father, and any responsible father would act appropriately and accordingly to defense of his child. And that's how it should be, because that should be up to the parents. So if I don't want my children around or being taught certain things, that should be up to me. So here is a huge change that is happening right now. And I think Democrats might want to rethink some things and stop really trying to push all of these weird issues. And I hope also you guys are looking at what the Republicans are talking about right now. And this is why you're going to start seeing way more tethers and these other groups flying off the rails. So make sure you see this, because when you start getting Republicans talking about inclusion of Black Americans, everybody else is starting to get like, wait a minute. Oh, wait, what do you mean? You're going to try to be more diverse and trying to include everybody that's already American. So there, right there is you're going to start seeing people jumping out the window here. The more that they start hearing these things, because like stupid Luke, I mean Uncle Luke was hey FBI, like he's really trying to get foundational Black Americans' attention right now. Hey man, you had a losing cause, and this is showing every last one of y'all the relevancy of of your voice. There is none. You guys are trash. They've allowed a lot of hip hop to turn into trash. I remember back when a record would break from somebody that the machine is pumping, and that record might do well over 100,000 for the first week. You guys tried to make Ice Spice a thing. That girl didn't crack 5,000 in a week. Pushing garbage on Black folks. I see a turn happening there too. And I hope that everybody is receptive to having maybe more of a uh, positive wave. I ain't saying everybody got to come out rocking uh, uh, big high top fades like the 90s or nothing, but at least get back to some kind of consciousness to where we can actually hear artists that aren't talking about drugs. You understand what I'm saying? Like some kind of consciousness, not just inebriation. So that would be cool. So hopefully we'll see things like that. But one thing also that's now happening is, see, here's another thing with the Democrats. See, we didn't look at our partner. Oh, yes, the hell we did. And for us over here that speak the truth, we kept getting censored by your party. And now that your party is and the regime is out of the way, Mark Zuckerberg came out today saying and telling the world, fact checkers are history. All of that censorship, all of that targeting of different voices because they don't want our message heard, that came from the Democrats. Never forget that. So to tell us that we weren't paying attention to our partner, number one, our partner is not the Democrats. That's where you're wrong, ma'am. We don't have a partner in the party because you have the biggest congressional Black caucus ever. And we hear Stacey Plaskett speaking for Black people of the Caribbean. Hakeem Jeffries is the speaker for the Democrats. He hasn't said a word about Black America, but he tells her to speak for her people. For this woman and all of these other illegals, the illegal aliens who are the criminal illegal aliens who are criminally here, criminally having their children here, to that, January 21st can't come fast enough. Hashtag fire up the jet.
Happy birthday, we're celebrating you today. Like Dr. King holiday, we ain't gonna do any work today. Happy birthday today. It's your beautiful day, and we gonna party all day like it's a freaking holiday.
That's right. And why we gonna party? Because we're eliminating one problem, because that other problem has already revealed itself, and that is exactly why we have delineated. Hashtag hands off our reparations.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
That'll never get old. Oh, Lord. So just wanted to chime in on this. Another suspected African using her very generic sounding country or Southern accent to convey a message, standing on business. If you ain't fooling with your family, you're standing on business. You didn't vote for Kamala, then stand on business with the division in your family. But you can't cause division in the diaspora because, oh no, oh division, you got to stop that niggas. Oh, you got to see, we brothers. See, you can see no difference between African American and Africans. But we can, though. Oh, but the white man can see the difference. See, the white man will not know the difference. He sees you, he sees me, and he will pull us both over, and both will get shot. Well, Kunta, in all reality, oh Lord. So family, make sure you like this video. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at beatzillapdx. And make sure you keep your notification bells on. If you have not already subscribed to this channel, you need to do so right now. Hit that button, the subscribe button, hit the little bell icon. That word all will be next to it. Hit that. That way you'll be notified anytime this channel goes live or a video is uploaded. And we also have the members area to where you can become a member. And as we do, videos air first in the members area before they are broadcast to everybody else. So you could join there for a little small number. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, boy, these folks is crazy. That's all I can really say. These folks is crazy. So until next time, family, peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon each and every one of you that rock with this channel. Y'all stay black, stay safe. Y'all stay black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first, black first, black first. And shalom, y'all.